welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. We're here again for another British Grand Prix preview video. It's Formula 3 this time. Though if you didn't check out our W Series prediction, make sure to go look at that this morning. But yeah, now on to Formula 3, the third step to Formula 1. I guess you could call it that, not really, but that kind of works. Yeah, we're going to run for our predictions. Of course, it's been a few weeks since we last did Formula 3. Of course, it was at Barcelona where Formula 3 last raced. That was a few weeks ago. That was 22nd of May. It's now the 29th of June. So it has been
a while ago.
Over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 40 days or something like that since we last raced Formula 3. But yeah, Martin's the championship leader going into this weekend after winning the feature race in Spain. Stanek's P2, he came second in Spain. It seems if you did well in Spain, you're doing well in the championship.
Yes.
Crawford was not anywhere near the front lot in the Spain feature race, but he did win the sprint race. So,
go on.
Continues there, and Hadjar took P3, and he's now 4th in the championship. Leclerc 5th, Moya 6th, Bearman 7th, Colapinto 8th, JCO. Correa,
yes.
Correa? Yeah. Something like that. And then David Vidales is P10. But yeah, Martin's now leads by 6 points, and Stanek 6 points ahead of Crawford, who's 3 ahead of Hadjar, who is 4 ahead of Leclerc. Those 5, very much the 5 favourites right now.
Yeah.
But there's still a long way to go. We've got the British Grand Prix, then we've got Austria, we've got Hungary, we've got Spa, we've got Zandvoort, and then we finish up in Monza. So still a long way to go for Formula 3.
Actually, someone likes Bearman. He's not in the top 5.
But he will be after this weekend. Home Grand Prix for Ollie Bearman. He's going to do a madness. Let's get into our quali predictions then.
P5.
Who have you got in P5?
I have Alexander Smolia in qualifying.
Interesting.
Decent result for him. Yeah, he's top 5 in the championship and P5 in quali.
Fair enough. P5, I have Franco Colapinto in the Van Amersfoort racing car. Many thought rookie team to the grid. He's a rookie as well. Never heard of him. Probably going to struggle. But he's done well so far. Took a pole in Bahrain. Oh yeah, 2 poles now. Considering we've only had 3 races, he's pretty much smashing that. Yeah, we have had 3, haven't we? Yeah, Imola as well. Did take pole there though. But yeah, 3 races, 2 poles. Not putting pole this time, but I have got him P5 because he gets pole every other race. So he's taking his race off pole this weekend. Yeah. So he's P5 instead. P4. Who's holding that position on your quali rankings?
It's Arthur Leclerc. Not done too well in quali, and that's why he's not right at the front of the grid. But I think a decent lap in front of as all the F1 big wigs trying to impress, and he's going to get a lap together.
Yeah, well, Arthur Leclerc is not in my top 5. Ooh. But who is in my top 5 and in P4? It's the greatest Formula 3 driver of all time, Oliver Bearman. Say his name, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be a Formula 1 world champion one day. Favourite driver on the grid, Ollie Bearman, P4. He's got big things coming this weekend, but P4 is just the star. Who have you got in your top 3 then?
P3, I have Victor Martins, our championship leader.
Interesting.
Just missing out on the front row, but I think he'll still be happy and believe he can do something in the race.
And your top 2?
Top 2 of Roman Stanek and Jack Crawford.
Who's taking pole?
It's Jack Crawford.
Wow, you are so biased. You just called me biased.
Yeah, because Bearman has had a terrible season.
And now you're putting Crawford on pole.
Home Grand Prix, and that's just pole.
Waffle, mate.
He gets 2 points for that. It's nothing.
He's been nowhere near pole this season.
Right.
Can't wait for you to put him on winning the sprint and feature races. Yeah. Right. My P3 is actually in championship. My top 3 is in championship order. It goes Martins taking pole, Roman Stanek P2, Jack Crawford
but
P3.
I'm biased for putting Crawford 2 places higher.
Yeah. Big biased man.
You'd call me biased if I put him in P3.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Into the sprint?
Onto the sprint. You call me biased for putting Bearman anywhere, and he's the best driver on the grid.
Because you say that.
Top 5 in the sprint.
Let's flip the grid and let's get into the sprint and in P5.
Well, not the whole grid, just the top half. We don't want Reese or Shojima at the front.
Good driver. In the sprint, taking P5, I have Franco Colapinto. Not known for his race pace, but I think he might qualify like P8, P9, and then when the grid gets reversed, top 10 gets reversed, he will start like 2nd or 3rd, and then just hold on into the top 5.
Yeah, fair enough. In P5, I have Alexander Smolyar. Didn't put him in my top 5 in quali, but he is going to get in the top 5 in the sprint. I think it'll be around that 6th, 7th kind of mark. And while others pass him, he's going to get passed. So it'll be like similar kind of position.
Yeah.
So he'll be passing a few cars, but getting passed by others. So yeah, it'll be around that kind of position. Decent points there.
Yeah. P4, I have Zach O'Sullivan in the Carling car. Has he had a few memorable moments this season? Obviously started on the front row of the sprint in Bahrain. Has had decent qualities, decent races, got a few points, and I think he'll get himself a few more here with a decent result in the sprint.
P4, I have Roman Stanek. He's going to be out, so he'll take 7 points here from his P4, which would put him 1 behind Martins after he takes 2 for pole. So that would make it very interesting going into the Sunday feature race. But yeah, Martin's out the points. I know how deep. But yeah, Stanek, good season so far. P2 in the championship.
Yeah.
That says a lot about how well he's been driving. He's going to take P4 here from P9 on the sprint race grid.
Okay. P3, I have one Manuel Correa.
Wow, jinx.
Second podium of his Formula 3 season. Decent year for him. Obviously, his return to racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's done well so far in the ART, and another podium for him.
Indeed.
You also had him there, so I'm just going to carry on to my top 2. Second, I have Zane Maloney, who's showed some really good pace this year, and then winning my sprint, redeeming himself for missing out on it in Bahrain.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, it's Oliver Bearman, the greatest racing driver
to win
of all time.
His home sprint race in Silverstone.
Confirming himself as the best British racing driver ever. That is obviously a joke. Please, Lewis fans, do not come at me.
To listen to that.
P2, I have David Vidales. A little bit of a rogue shout out there. I'm just chucking a curveball. I think it'll be P10 in quali, P1 in the sprint when it gets flipped around. But some guy starting from P7 who is known by the name Oliver Bearman is going to come through and win it. Who saw that coming?
Me, because I predicted it.
Ollie Bearman, P1 in the sprint. What's he going to get in the race? Who knows? On to that aforementioned race. P5, who've you got?
I have Roman Stanek dropping back from P2, the front row of the grid. Not a great race for him. I'm thinking maybe tyres fall off towards the end or makes a little error that drops him back, but not going to keep up the pace of the front runners.
Yeah, fair enough. P5, I have Franco Colapinto. He qualified P5. He's finishing P5. He doesn't really make overtakes, but he's very good at holding position. Decent defensive capabilities displayed so far. I did in Bahrain till his tyres went to shit, really.
Yeah.
You've used a much more PC version. I should have gone with yours. But yeah, Colapinto, very good at holding drivers up. I think he'll do just that as he's in the mid-pack.
I think he's going to do exactly the same, and I've put Colapinto P4. So that's exactly what we've said.
My P4, though, is Arthur Leclerc. I think he'll quali around P15. I think we'll have another one of those situations which we often get in Formula 3 where it's messy. You can't get a lap in because people are losing it everywhere. This is a tough track. There's, 30 drivers in Formula 3? People like Ushijima are going to be struggling to get through corners like Copse and Stowe and all the other ones. So I think, there'll be a lot of errors causing a lot of stoppages. There
are other slow drivers on the grid. It's not just Riju Shijima.
He's just the only one coming to my head right now. Kushmaini.
No,
he's not that slow. He's all right,
I can't think of his name now.
See, it is only Riju Shijima.
Villa Gomez.
Rafael Villa. It's the only Van Amersfoort racing guys who aren't Franco Colapinto.
Right, okay, moving on.
There are other bad drivers out there.
P3 in the F3 race, the bloke, again, you just mentioned, Arthur Leclerc, taking the first podium spot. So third podium, you know what I mean?
Yeah, P3. In my top 3, now, P3, Victor Martins, race, pole man, Victor Martins, slipping back in the race because two drivers have got to come through. One from a little bit lower on the grid and one who's just behind.
A little bit lower on the grid.
Who is your P2?
P2, I have Jack Crawford dropping back one from pole, but still having a decent race, and he will lose the race win to our championship leader, Victor Martins, extending his lead at the top of the tree, and looking quite comfortable, especially with Stanek and P5.
Yeah, my P2, Alexander Smoljar. And then, on the race win, it's the Brit in the Prema, Oliver Bearman. Now, I know what you're thinking, this guy's biased. I'm not biased. What Bearman's going to do is he's going to do a Mazzolini. He's going to overtake Victor Martins. Simple reason here, right? What's going to happen is, on lap 10 of the race, Stanek and Crawford will come together, both out. Martins will not pit under safety car because he'll be taking the final corner, so he won't pit. Bearman into the pits, does his free pit stop under safety car. Big genius.
It's not a mandatory pit stop in Formula 3.
It is now. He puts on new tyres. Fresh tyres.
Well, he comes out second, does he?
Yeah, because he was P4.
Where does everyone else in the grid go?
He was P4, Bearman. I had him P4 in quali.
Alright.
So then Crawford and Stanek.
Yeah. P2, he then pits. Everyone else goes past him.
No. They're coming in.
I'll say all come in.
They're all coming. There's a bit of a gap. Bearman zooms past Martins, as does Alexander Smoljar. Smoljar holds him up, and Bearman comes across the line as I knee slide across my lounge.
Don't do that, please.
Friction burn, it's horrific, but come on, Ollie Bearman. V1 at
I'm
Silverstone.
looking forward to a weekend of exciting racing and realistic racing, and hopefully it's all going to be enjoyable.
What have I said that's not realistic?
The fact that a bloke in a feeder series that doesn't have mandatory pit stop is going to pit, everyone else behind him apparently going to blow up, so he comes out second.
Some super soft sauce.
Just do
fly. Right, if you agree with me, make sure to tell me in the comments below, and if you don't, you're wrong. No, feel free to put any opinions you have on the order of the race and who's going to win the championship, all that kind of good, fun stuff in the comments down below. And yeah, look out for all our other previews for Formula 1 and 2. We've got those two still to come. Go check out the W Series 1. That'll be linked in the end screen as well. But yeah, so championship leader for you coming out this weekend will be Victor Martins.
Extended lead.
Same for me, because obviously Stanek and Crawford go kaboom. No, but Bearman will make some big gains with this double victory. So yeah, he'll be catching up in the championship before he eventually wins it. But that is all for today. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. We are now on 39 subscribers, so 11 more out there. Get to 50. Very nice round number. But yeah, I mean, I'll take one. That's 40's a round number. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. See you next time.
See ya.